There's someone here that you gave unconditional love to. You may have even felt like this person was your soulmate. An incredible romance when it started. There was a lot of, it's like you were best friends. A lot of tenderness, a lot of romance, a lot of fun. And then look, slingshot. It's almost like all of a sudden this person started launching rockets at you. Started like this, it's almost like they started disconnecting. Like there was this force in motion of sabotaging the relationship, and it came out of nowhere. And now I feel like Spirit is saying it needs to come to conclusion. Like it's time to wave a flag here. And somewhere in between all this, you're stuck. So let's do a reading. It's going to be collective. Don't force it. Email me if you want to book a personal. But I can feel the energy here. Like you truly gave your all to this person. You're an Empress. Look at that. First card out. So you embody all 4 queens. You embody all of the essence of the 4 queens. The love, the intelligence, the excitement, the passion, the romance, all of it. This is someone who had an Empress on their hands and they didn't know it. And then out of nowhere, this slingshot where the whole relationship became strained. You start to be full of anxiety. You're stressed. You don't understand why. And it doesn't feel like, this doesn't feel like there was a gradual slide into just chaos. This just feels like they just started launching insults, I'm getting. It's like you guys were now operating, pulling apart instead of coming together. And you're an Empress. You were this person's blessing. And they screwed it up, the world. So right now you're going through a cycle change. And I feel like your higher self knows that. Like it's time to put this to a conclusion. This almost feels, for some of you, look, a star, direct connection to Spirit here. This feels like some of you, you may have put yourself in almost like a standstill, right in that hangman position where you don't make a move either way, trying to figure out where this, is this a phase? You know, is this going to come back around? But if it did come back around, it starts to turn into a pattern, right? And I feel like this is Spirit saying we have to bring to conclusion that old cycle to start a new one. And you're an Empress, and you can't settle for this kind of bullshit. This push and pull is not love. This is where it becomes toxic, right? When you get in this push and pull with this person and you don't understand, the devil. There you go, right there. Push and pull. Here you are, the light, trying to deal with someone who is in the dark. You're the sun versus the devil. Light versus dark. This is like the classic spiritual warfare right here. And you're in 2 completely different energies. And this is where at some point you have to listen to your intuition. You have to listen to your higher self. You're a star. You have a direct connection. Whoever you are, I feel like you know this needs to end or come to a conclusion. Like you've got to call judgment on this because you are in a classic push and pull with someone who operates completely in the dark. And somehow they've got a hold of you, of your heart, because again, in the beginning, this was like that romance they write books about. This is that romance people write songs about. And then they just started launching. I see like these darts, just launching darts at you, and nothing was good enough, and everything just fell apart so quickly. Look, you guys had it all. You could have had it all, and then look in reverse, and it just fell apart so quickly. Like all of the abundance and the blessings, everything good about this relationship just went south for no reason. And it wasn't you. It's because you operate in the light. You're an Empress. And you ran into someone who operates in the dark. And at some point, no matter how good this feels in the beginning, these 2 opposing forces are going to fight each other at some point. Because when you live in the light, when you're an Empress energy, you can't live like this for very long. It'll eat away at your soul. And I feel like that's what this person did. They began to eat away at your soul. And now here we are at decision point. We're at decision point now, because everything that good that you and this person could have had together was squandered. It was destroyed. And now you have to start over. And for some of you, this feels scary, like starting over, but you've got a blank canvas here. Look at that. you can paint whatever life you want. Queen of Swords in reverse. This feels like a third party for some of you. This person may have cheated on you, lied, brought a third party into the relationship, and it got ugly. This feels like a relationship just got uglier and uglier and uglier. It went from amazing to holy shit to just ugly. Cheating, lying, all of it. Ace of Swords in reverse. I almost feel like for some of you, this feels like guilt. Like you feel guilty about leaving this person behind. Like we loved each other so much. That's your thought process. How can I just walk away and leave this person to their own devices? You can't fix this. You really can't. You cannot fix this. They are a volcano waiting to explode 24/7. Your direct connection to spirit, your assignment as an empress was to come in and bless this person with your light. And they squandered it. And the light always wins, but it doesn't, the light always wins for you, but it may not defeat this person. This is someone that God's going to have to take care of. This person needs a life lesson that you can't deliver. So your light wasn't dimmed, but you've got to take it away from this person. You can't offer it to someone like this anymore. You can't, because they will try to dim it and they won't appreciate it. They won't. They'll ignore you and they'll operate in their own devices and they'll leave you to your pain like it doesn't matter. And this is someone, I feel like this, I just keep getting the word insults, and I feel like if this is your reading, this person may have been very verbally abusive. Lots of insults and name calling, just cutting things down, gaslighting, everything you did wasn't good enough. Never had in the beginning, very, very kind, but once the slingshot came out, it's like nothing they said was uplifting or positive or encouraging in any way. Hence, time to go. Time to go. Because this is someone who flies in with this cup. Look at all the hearts coming out of it. Who flies in with this cup, but the problem is this cup is actually empty. So it came in as a facade. And because you live in the light, you clearly could feel that energy shift, right? You could feel it. Like you knew, like, this is weird. And I had a reading about this yesterday. It's like all of a sudden, one day everything's fine. The next day, this is the energy. This may be the same energy. You might want to go back and look at the reading from yesterday. But this is someone you can't fix. And so your light, you need to take it and you need to move on with your life. You will find someone down the road who will appreciate your light and who will come in with their own. And together you make the room brighter. But you cannot have that kind of beautiful romance, long-term relationship where the two of you uplift each other with this devil energy. You can't, because this is someone who uses manipulation and romance and love bombing and all of it. Magician in reverse. This is someone who they just manifest their own misery and then they try to project it onto you. And because you're light, it hasn't worked, but you've got to get out. No matter how long you wait, how much work you put into it, this cycle has to end, because you're not going to change this person. You're just not. So Page of Wands, 2 pages here. This is spirit starting you over. This is a new journey. You're being given a new assignment. With the Star and the Empress here, you've been on divine assignment. You were on assignment for this person. They fucked it up. Now you're being released from that, and it's time to go. Pack up your stuff. Pack up your little bag of things. Grab your cat and let's go. Now, I don't mean you may physically not be moving, but let's go out of this person's energy. This time to paint a new picture. You're on a new assignment. You're going to jump a timeline. Leave this person to God, Spirit, Universe, because you can't fix them. The Lovers in reverse. We'll just end with that. This is not someone who loves. This is someone who uses. This is a very, very dark energy. And you were given this person as an assignment, and they didn't see the blessing in you, and it's their loss. It is completely their loss. But you have a chance here. You have a chance to take your light and go move on with your life and wait for your kingdom spouse to come in, because they will. So yeah, it does feel like starting over, but for you, think of it like an adventure. If this is your reading, you fulfilled your part of the assignment as far as the universe is concerned. That's what I'm getting. They didn't. Okay, I hope this helps. You guys have an amazing day.